Hey everyone, your girl is here. So it's now 12 o'clock, just about. It almost turned midnight. I literally just got done listening to some hype up jams. I just wanted to come on and make a real quick video showing that this is strike number 8, guys, I think. Or is it 7? It's 7 or 8. One of the two that I'm just so excited, guys, about Florida that I can't sleep. Oh my god. Guys, I am so freaking excited for this, guys. This is gonna be the time, guys, of my freaking life. Oh my god, guys. I am so freaking excited and happy for it. Oh my god, guys. I have worked so hard for this, and it's finally coming. Alright, guys, so seriously, I need, I need to focus and calm down and get some sleep. It will probably be a 12:30 night till I'm asleep. But yes, I have been working slowly on focusing that I'm here in Pennsylvania right now. Right? Try not to think about where I'm gonna be in a month. Just focus. See? There I just did 2 breaths, as you guys saw, focusing on the breathing, right? So, that's good. And then you can also focus on your hands. And let go. And then this will be where you guys get to see the results then, too. Alright, guys, so now I'll do that with my feet here. Alright, guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and work on all that. It is now officially midnight, so tomorrow morning you guys will get to see how it worked. So, anyhow, guys, wanted to show that. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now. I'm gonna come on and share that I officially woke up, fell asleep at 12:33. So that was really, really good. You guys got to see my first, how about that? My first practice my sleeping skills Monday. That was really, really fun. I was also thinking here this morning that, what I'm gonna actually do as well, since I have all those extra days and stuff, what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna go out so far each time as well, and it also gives me that practice as well. Like I had said with, the knowing, what kind of fish may or may not bite, and also it gives me time to watch the films then and see like how I'm pulling it up and how that affects them coming. But I was also thinking as well that you also always kind of come back, so I'm kind of curious to see, and I won't know this till I really get there, but that's also why I have my days planned out the way that I do, because then I have somewhat of a recovery time with my upper body strength, because you always come back to shore. It's just the finding that perfect sweet spot from the waves going back out, and also staying out of the rip currents on the paddleboard, obviously, because that would not be good if I was in the rip currents all by myself, right? Anyhow, so also finding that like sweet spot because the waves always come back. Because I was thinking like a message in a bottle, right? So obviously, you throw it out there, eventually they come back, right? Or I'm sorry, it goes to a whole different area, right? Like you guys see that a lot. It's been a while since I've heard one of those stories, but it happens, right? Message in a bottle from Europe, right? They just throw it out in the ocean and floats to Canada. Sometimes it floats to the Carolinas, right? You guys get the point. So that would be really, really cool to find that sweet spot as well. And I was also thinking, why don't I could get like some kind of like handkerchief or something like that, and then tie that for like 2 rows up, you know, and see how that works, and see um, if they do decide to bite on it, you know. You know, if they then are like, oh my god, I don't want to eat that, right? Or something like that. Because if a shark is able to realize, you would think that more than likely, um, barracuda, right? Or something like that. Some other predatory kind of fish would know that it's not what they want to eat, right? So now a shark, though, that's obviously the hardest because, well, more than likely the camera would be gone probably. So it's definitely going to be good. But yeah, I'm definitely happy to find that sweet spot. I think the keys are going to be the hardest though, because you guys remember whenever I tried to snorkel off the Sugarloaf Key, remember the current was just insane, like it just pushed me back. But I do feel that my ability to go through level 2 rapids was really, really well, and level 1 rapids last year, my first time and my longest time on the 1.6 mile, I do also feel like that's really, really good, to have that practice. And I better pull these up so my girlies don't show. But yeah, so that was really, really good, just realizations thinking here this morning. Because I'm not going to have any trees or anything to bang into, So that would be really, really fun. And then, yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything else other than I still am in love with these lights, guys. Oh my god, I freaking love them so much. They are lovely. Yeah, so also, we do have to get to those final Valentine shoots. And then speaking of the lights as well, this is another edition here, but it's good because then I can listen to about 20 minutes of music and then get up. But once I come back, I'm actually going to try to get to my Easter shoots beforehand, now that I have 3 days off a week. And then I do, obviously, as well, speaking of finishing up the swimming here, I do obviously have to do some more practices here in Pennsylvania in the pools and stuff. But I'm thinking about putting up my red, white, and blue for the 4th of July, because it is our nation's 250th, and after that is pretty much Memorial Day, and then 4th of July, right? And then Labor Day, 2 days after that. So I'm thinking, honestly, I might just leave them up for the end, like the remainder of the year, right? So once Valentine's is done, and I take all these down after I come back, like I said, it is Super Lush Life, and it's the way I wanna, and you can do, like, the same kind of twist for Easter shoots, it gave me all your love, right? And all I gave you was goodbye. So, yeah. And, well, no, speaking of the actual meaning of Easter, it is a little bit different of a context, because Jesus didn't always get love, right? Like, he was who people didn't like, and that's why he was the Messiah, right? And why he came and, gave all of those working miracles, right? Like feeding the fish, right? Walking on water, parting the sea, all of that. So he was kind of, again, the Messiah. So, and people didn't like him, obviously. That's why he was, you know, ex- no, crucified. There we go. And obviously, then, um, one of his final words before, unto me I condemn my spirit, and then before that was I'm done, was it's finished. Yeah, so, and forgive them for they do not know what they've done. So that was really, really like a kind of like a crazy twist to have, like, because even last year my photo shoots for Easter were like the non-religious kind of, right, photo shoots, right, the non-actual meaning of Easter, right? So I thought that was kind of crazy. That was, to have that realization. But yeah, that's also why I'm going to keep, up the Valentine's until I come back. So, yeah, which again, guys, is only 30 days till I leave. So I'm not going to be enjoying them for a month because I can't relate to desperation like you are on vacation. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get going. This is a good 10 minutes here this morning. That's just things that I've been thinking about as I've been up for about 10 minutes and wanted to share. Alright, guys, talk to you guys later. Hey guys, first time with my new freshly washed syrup or syrup. See, sometimes I call it syrup and syrup. Other people with like tomato and tomato, they call it the same thing every single time. But for me, it's not ambidextrous. That's where you use both your left and right hand. What is that called? When you're, I don't think there's a specific name for it. But anyhow, guys, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to have, since I did wake up a little bit early and it's like my own reset because of how, early I woke up and how much I've been ramming around, right, recently. I'm going to go ahead and take some time to have some tea. I'm going to say coffee, yes. I'm going to have some tea here and then get some milk, a little bit of milk in it, So it'll be good. And then I'll have a little bit more milk, so I'll have split my milk for today. And then probably for lunch, probably have some watermelon juice and milk. It's quite the combo. Acidic and calcium rich building. Yeah. I don't know how you really describe the taste of milk, but anyhow, guys, yes. It's definitely not creamy like Havarti cheese or like a cheese. But it is kind of. You know what I'm saying? So, anyhow, thanks for watching this other morning update. I'm up to about 10 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and get going and eat breakfast here. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So as you guys can see, it's now officially 11:33. I obviously couldn't get my bird box up, so the nail was super, super long, and I literally tried everything. I tried my stake that I have for a couple additional feet for snorkeling, and then I held that onto the screw, and then I tried to punch it. That didn't work. And then I didn't care. I also then went in like sideways. That didn't work either. Used the back of my screwdriver and pounded the front metal part. That didn't work. So regardless, guys, I do think it was too long. I also did pound it through the back because of that. you know, to like loosen it up, but it still just wasn't all there, guys. So anyhow, I eventually just broke it because it was getting super, super loose because I was clunk, clunk, clunk on the sides. And again, I think that the length of the screw and the tightness that it was wasn't good. So anyhow, we're officially going to get another one, though, because I want to get that set up so my gram has something to watch, right, while I'm out and about in Florida. So that'll be fun, but it didn't work, though, this time. So I couldn't find the screw that I used last time. So, and yeah, so that was it. And actually, I left the other one at my old place, so that's a bummer. Remember? Right before I had left. Remember the bluebirds were there? Do you guys remember that? I'm pretty sure I took a picture of that too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Because they were there in 2023. Then they weren't there on Super Lush Life. Because remember that other bird kept going in, right? And then 2025, they weren't there until the very end, right? Obviously, again, like later. So, on all the odd years is when the bluebirds are, right? Which is crazy. So, which is nice, though, because since every single odd year, it seems I break a bone, right? Collarbone in 2023, hand in 2025, you know. It's just, you know, good, right? That it ends up being like that. To an extent, right? Because then you have something to enjoy, right? Firsthand, right? Through a screen is a little bit different, but it's still not as surreal, right, as actually having it happen right in your backyard, right? So that's a little bit of a difference between social media and reality. So that's really, really fun. But and then I did have my second subscribe after one video. Because I only watched another like 5 or 10 minutes of that shark video, and they were just getting into the other kinds of sharks. And it was, again, though, all mainly Africa based. So I do have to find, you know, more Eastern, Western hemisphere, right? Meaning the East Coast, right? Well, is Africa? No, I think Africa is the Eastern Hemisphere. Yeah, I think it is. Because you can usually cut it down the prime meridian is the vertical, right? Yeah. And then they have the Tropic of Cancer, I think is in the North Hemisphere. At, like, the North, wait on, let me think. The Northwest Hemisphere. And Capricorn is just below. I'll have to double check that. Check my geography there. But yeah, so anyhow, guys, so I'll go ahead here. I'll get going and I'll officially probably just watch like one more video and then on some YouTube, which won't be shark related. Just do like a catch up of someone else. And speaking of this weekend, you know, being S combos. So I didn't clarify yesterday. Nobody on my page has ever directly, well, since, you know, the internet didn't respond the way that I was thinking it would respond, but that also made sense in its own mind. If the internet even has a mind, it doesn't. But you guys get the point. So it's like, what foods don't fish bite? Well, people don't fish with fabric, right? They fish with lures, right? So, of course, it's going to give me that kind of answer, right? So, I was actually the only one on That Girl Gato, because I did watch 2 of her videos yesterday before work. That Girl Gato. I was the only one who responded in the sense of directly how the video was, right? Like the eye tracker, right? Where you can see where her eye's looking, right? Stuff like that. So that was crazy. And I didn't share that yesterday. So, yeah, and that's okay. I don't, again, need to know. You know, it's just something that I was talking about yesterday, and it just happened to came up. So, like I said, yeah, so anyhow, though, I'll go ahead here. I'll get going. I'll add this in. And then today, I'll have my pizza for lunch. And then yeah, pretty much, guys. Tonight is 3 down, 1 to go. Yesterday was 2 down, 2 to go. So, tonight when I punch out, it's 3 down, 1 to go. Alright, guys, so I'll officially go ahead, though, and I'll get going. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later.
Just shy of 30 degrees, but elsewhere scattered across the 30s as well as the 40s. Temperatures continue to climb. That sunshine is nice and bright, and it's of course.
Hey everyone, your girl is here. So as you guys can see, pizza is now officially in. I did forget one other also little update. It's absolutely insane because last time, you guys know, as soon as I ordered from Dull, right, 2 days later it was here. Well, today I had to call the post office because it had said on the tracking that they didn't pay it, you know, and it would be delayed because of that. So I called them and I was gonna say, okay, well, how much is it? I'll just pay for it myself, you know? And actually, when you're doing a different state, it's actually the same pretty much for ground because they weighed it and everything. Because he said a zip code that was like 3 or 4 higher, which is actually where they mailed it from. But the the zip code that was on the email for La Palma or whatever it's called, California, that's a different. So, anyhow, he eventually told me that it was actually probably in Texas. And I didn't get to ask him that question, um, but well, whatever. I was gonna call him back then. I'm supposed to call him back probably on Wednesday or Thursday and just kind of see, what's going on with it. But, because I was like, hey, like I got Florida coming up, so I wanted to get right on this today. But I really, probably next time, if there's no updates on it, because he did say it probably went to Texas, and when the question was going to come up is, he said it looks like it's actually in Texas. So what happens is if they don't actually physically scan it, then what they do is they have like a parcel like bin, right, that they put them in, and they know that it was in one of those 200 parcels, right, or packages and stuff like that, and then they know, right, that for sure that it's definitely in there, right? And I guess they know like the weights of all the packages and the kind of packages that are supposed to be in there, right? That's why there's all those different zones and stuff. So yeah, that was really crazy. So I did also call them because that is the update on um, that Doll.com order. They're still waiting as well for, I guess, postage for the other two because is already a USPS code for them. They're just awaiting the package themselves. So that's really, really cool. Um, and then the lava bikinis in Pittsburgh, so that should definitely be here by Wednesday, the same day as the sunflower strappy bikini. So yeah, it's definitely really, really good, guys. We're gonna get everything all caught up here, and then Wednesday also, I do have to take my gram to the doctor. She has to do like a swallowing test. So Wednesday will not be a hike day, but it will be a swim day. I'll probably do, um, yeah, I'll probably take the anchor and all that. Well, no, I'm actually doing, because of gas prices and everything. Well, I don't know. I'll either do the current, the closer location to my current location, or I'll do the other one. But more than likely, my grandma will want me here, and I think her test is at like 10:30. And while she's doing her test, I'm gonna go do like Goodwill and stuff. So more than likely, I'll just swim here, and because it'll be a Wednesday, so yeah, there'll probably be some like kids in there again. I'll probably just do like as long as I can and see how I do with that. I might honestly try to like go under all by myself with goggles, like use some of the goggles that they have there and do like testing like that, but it won't be the full effects, right? But it'll be good, especially with the gas prices and everything, to finally get just like one more swim, in the closer one to my new place, right? Because remember, I have two different uh, swimming locations that I go to. So, yeah, it'll definitely be really, really fun, but we'll definitely have to get to more for sure. maybe then on Friday, honestly, I'll go to my other location and do some snorkel practice. And then have my hike on Thursday. So that'll be like a perfect, like, 1, 2, 3. And that'll also kind of go off practicing because remember, day 1 and 2, day 3, and then day 4, yeah. Because day 4 is the southernmost beach, day 5 is the Everglades, and then day 6 is the Naples, right? So I'm getting that practice, so that'll be like my first real test, guys. Oh my god, I just realized that. Yeah, so if I swim as long as I can, which will be the pretty much the equivalent of the southernmost beach, yeah, and then I go for a hike, that'll be pretty much the same as the Everglades. Yeah, it'll be a really good test for the endurance and everything. And then that final day, on Friday, if I go snorkeling in the pool, right, and take my anchor down again, and honestly, this time, I'll take my selfie stick so I can really get that practice too. Except I don't think they would I don't know if they let you have, like, actually film it, but I don't need to film it. I'll just take the stick itself. That's probably one of those just respectful things that you do, right? Like, because at the other place, as soon as you go in to the shower, or into the locker room, right, you're in the shower room, yeah, because of the layout of it, right? Like I had shared before, where some people like to know the layouts for those reasons, right? So it'd just be very not socially correct to just have a GoPro. Even if it's not on, it's just, and even if nobody else is in there, it's still just the chance that somebody could be in there. And it's just respectful, right? So yeah, we probably won't do that. Actually record it on the GoPro, but we'll do our best. I'll do my best to tell you guys how I did, and do the best way to describe it, like I kind of shared yesterday too. So that's crazy, guys. So anyhow, though, I'll go ahead here, I'll get going, and I'll get my pizza warmed up, I'll add in this video, and then I'll get going. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Nice little 30-minute video, and I'm still super happy and excited, as you guys can see. Even the little bit of sleep, and lower sleep, is it getting in my way, guys? I'm not gonna go, nope, not me at all. Alright, guys, anyhow, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.